Welcome, people. It's your boy Q from Q'd Up Productions, and I got a good tip for you today. Today's tip is going to be how to move your sample, off the grid and doing it inside of the actual sampler instead of going to your MIDI like this and then trying to bump it or nudge it over to the right, so that you can take it off the grid to maintain your feel, right? So we don't want to do that every single time. And if you many steps as you can reduce, then the better that the faster and more efficient that you are. Okay, so if you have a sample and you want to drag it into the EXS24, and got excuse me, I wanted to resize things because I want to be able to get everything onto the screen. But if you go into the EXS24 sampler, what you would do is go to Edit, and you would go to this section right here. You would go right over here to this section that says Anchor, and then that's where you can move that sample to wherever you want to move it to. So for this particular case, I'm going to play two different variations of the hi-hats that I already have. And if we go to this one, which should be where we are on this one here, and we're going to take this anchor point and bring it all the way down to 0. And there's one thing that I absolutely do not like about doing it this way. I mean, it's great. We get the effect that we want, but as I play it, and I tell you what you have to do afterwards, then you'll understand where I'm getting at. Okay, so you can hear that's on the grid, definitely. So we're going to take this and we're going to move it over. We'll take it to 8, and then we'll see how that sounds. And you can change this also and go higher if you want. As you can hear, it lags. So you just have to decide where exactly, how much you want it to be off the grid. 8 seems like a good, reasonable section for me. Now, here's the part that sucks about doing it this way. When I go, okay, I like that swing that I have right now, and I go to exit out of it, it always asks if you want to save it. If you save it, then that means whenever you pull up this particular preset that you have, it's always going to be off the grid, which is not really what we want. We want to be able to go in and control it whenever we want to do it. So the only way to get around that I found is to, once you get it set to whatever grid value that you want, wherever you want it to sit, then just commit to it and bounce the track. That's really the best way to do it. But I'll go ahead and let you listen to the full song with what I actually used instead of this stagnant hat here. What gave me the idea for this also was I watched an FL Studio tutorial, and the guy happened to go in and move the sample, and I was like, man, I wonder if you can do that in Logic. I'm pretty sure there's a way. So I just kind of dove into the EXS24 and played around with it, found some things that looked like it may have something to do with it, and came out for the good. So hopefully this video was helpful. That's my time. Make sure you like, subscribe. Be sure to hit the notifications button so you stay up to date on all my latest content. And most of all, stay queued up. Peace.